Okay, so I'm doing my video pretty much the same spot that I've been doing the videos, but I'm looking out at the water this time, so I get to have the pretty view. Today was my birthday, and it was a wonderful birthday, like probably the best one I've had in so many years. My family made me feel so loved and special, and they bent over backwards to just be exceedingly kind. They woke me up this morning. Swedish tradition, you actually wake the birthday person up singing happy birthday and bring a cake into their room for breakfast. So it's the last time that I had that, I was 17. So it was when my mom used to do it every year for all of us kids. And so the last time this happened, I was 17. So I'm 45 today. So it was pretty amazing for them to recreate that for me. Got these beautiful earrings as a gift. So we ate the princess torta, which is the princess cake. Typical, you can Google it. It's a pretty standard Swedish type of cake. After we ate that, Mustagun and Maria and Janne headed to Gothenburg. So Uncle Ray took them on the boat to head down so they could drive south to Gothenburg. And the rest of us stayed here. Christina, Max Morris, and I went for a hike all around the island over 2 hours, about 5 miles. We did all of the treacherous bits and found a crazy boar skull. So there's some pictures of that we found on our hike. Then we had some lunch and went for a swim. And then we took the canoe out, and Morris went in the kayak, and Max rode Christina and I across to not the island we went to yesterday on our boat trip, but the island that's just north of that. So we rode over there and then walked about for a bit. I mean, Max was a trooper. Can't believe he rode all the way there and back. There was wind and currents. You'll see tons of videos. It's pretty crazy conditions for him to have kind of been a badass. Unfortunately, then I ruined everything. When we got back, I was trying to help him tie the boat down and connect it to the dock and everything. And while trying to help, ended up pulling him into the water. So bad me, feel terrible. His shoes are soaked, his pants are soaked, and we're traveling tomorrow. So I'm really hoping that they dry overnight so that he has them for tomorrow. I feel terrible. Yeah, so they were ridiculous. Every meal, everything. So they went over and above and would not let me clean up anything or do anything. I feel like I was treated like a princess all day. They even surprised me at my cousin Magnus's direction and the assistance of my Uncle Ray. The boys, Max and Morris, put together a Swedish pancake cake for me. So after we finished eating lunch, another cake appeared. And it's the one that my grandfather, Carl Philip, used to make for our birthdays. And so for them to replicate that really was a special gift, a special extra gift for this birthday. So I am incredibly grateful to all of them and had a really, really good birthday. Played heads up in the evening. Max cooked us steaks. So we had ribeye and moose steaks. And the moose was actually really good. And then we went for a quad bike ride after dinner. And we saw 3 moose, a mom and 2 babies. And so we went out and did the lassoing and took the quad bike out and saw moose. So that was interesting. And then we came back and we played heads up, which is hilarious with my Uncle Ray. So anyways, all in all, pretty fantastic day. I'm sad to have seen Maria, Janne, and Mr. Gunn go. Max Morris and I all head out tomorrow. So I head to the airport to go to Bergen, and the boys take the train south to go back home to Magnus and Anna. So it's kind of the end of a 18-day adventure in Sweden, and I am so grateful and so happy to have had this time with my family. It feels like home here. And I'm looking forward to the remaining part of my trip, but it's going to be bittersweet. reading here. So, anyways.
Ja visst ska hon leva, ja visst ska hon leva, ja visst ska hon leva ut i 100 år. Hipp hipp, hurra, 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 hurra! Whee! Yo, just 45. Well done. Right.
You're still on camera.
Yeah, you're still on camera.
Yeah, you would have. Not as big of a one if we did one for you. Okay, I'll get up. I'll get up. I'll get up. Were you listening?
I'm doing that. We should put some music on. Pass the parcel.
You know how hard it is to use that stuff.
But was it a new one?
No.
This was the last of the roll?
No, there's still a bit left there.
Did you have an assistant?
A couple.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yay.
What is it?
Oh, it's peanut butter. We've been talking about for like a week.
It's a new one. It's not
And-
used. It's not even used.
And from Morris, the thoughtful man. Oh, Morris.
I've seen that before.
Shepherd's pie sauce.
Or shepherd's pie mix.
You know, they
Yeah.
send they
You're
got me.
welcome.
In one of the freezers, there's a shepherd's pie ready made.
Oh, no, yeah. Here.
I love you guys.
By the look.
Ah.
Good morning, and we are walking everybody down to the boat because Janne, Musta Maria, and Musta Gun are leaving us. So we will. Hey då! Okay, we're off. We're going to walk around the island again. We have an extra person along with us this time. Christina has arrived and is dressed in all of her glory for this adventure. And I don't know what she is talking about at the moment, but here we go. Oh, and I got new earrings for my birthday.
No. Bad.
Okay.
Something fell out.
You dropped a tooth. He's lost a tooth. He's lost a tooth? Perfect. Thank you.
Come on, keep the teeth. That's kind of cool.
I'll remember
I'll
this.
take the
Shall we
tooth.
tap you put it in next
I'll take the tooth.
I'll remember this day.
Morris, why don't you get the other tooth and then you each have
well,
a
I'm
tooth?
not pulling the other tooth out. It's
Why? I'm sure it'll come out. Just bonk it on something.
Now that you're the one doing this.
Because you walked up and picked it up.
Can you just bring it home? No. His tooth's not coming out. You want me to carry it home for
Yeah.
you?
No, but no, get this up. You're not gonna
hanging
want
off
this,
at me.
Morris.
Yeah,
Because
put it on the wall.
It doesn't look good though.
It's give it to Iris, paint it black.
Hey, Uncle Ray.
That's a good one. Well, I'll have to do something with that. Are you taking it down with you, or get me to bring it down?
We'll take it on the train, yeah.
Necklace.
Morris didn't want to carry it. I had to pick it up and carry it for them.
Why?
I found it. I've got dibs on it.
No, you were saying it's
Tooth came out though.
Tooth came out.
which sort of crocodile is this then? Oh, tooth came out. I think it was
boar.
missing. Ah, lovely.
Okay, all 4 of us took a lovely swim about. Christine and I stayed in a little bit longer. I think the boys headed up to start on lunch. Lovely swim, silly chat. Water's a little bit warmer than it was when Max and I swam, but still chilly. Okay, got a Swedish pancake cake for my birthday.
Well done,
And I already
boys.
had princess torta this morning, so this is a very big day.
No calories.
Hi, everybody.
Oh,
Uncle
hey.
Ray, thank you. Thank you, boys. Thank you.
They're all just off on a quick, so they think, boat trip across to the island you can't see. Not that one to the, you can see there, it's more behind the tree. You can just see it there. Morris has put, he's the guard, the lifeguard, and they're rowing out across there just for fun. I think it's going to take a bit longer than I think, but we'll see.
Okay, so we've decided to go on a canoeing adventure. Morris is on the kayak, and me and Max and Christina are here on the rowboat, and Max is our engine. Although we have volunteered to assist, he has graciously declined our offer and will be doing all the work. Yay, Max.
You're welcome.
All right, we got stuck in the reeds. Morris has rescued us from the reeds, and he just keeps saying horsepower over and over again.
You good?
It's just a little bit windy. Morris is cruising right along.
Are you filming me?
Just for a second. All right, land is in sight. Max has rowed us quite a distance. Very impressive feat. Have land behind us. Morris is over there. It's a lot more treacherous than we originally expected. Quite a bit of waves and a current that's pushing us sideways. So we are trying to go from one island to the next, and the water essentially is going in between the 2 islands. So it's quite a bit of work for poor Max, but he is kicking butt, and we're just plugging away here. Should be on land very soon. Oh, there he is. Oh God. Holy bananas. All right, Morris has freed himself from his predicament of being trapped in the rocks. And we are nearing our destination point of that little beach right there. The waves are a little feisty. All right, we successfully made it to, what is this called, Max?
I think it's called Lilla Ringse.
Okay.
What's it called? It's called the Ringse Kalven. Ringse Kalven. So the Ringse Hell.
Okay, so tiny little ringster, I guess. And Christina here boys and I are, yeah, kind of going through some treacherous terrain here. I'm not exactly sure where we're headed, but here we go. Okay, so Uncle Ray has taken the boat out because he thinks we need rescuing. Max was doing just fine, but he thinks we need rescuing. I mean, Max is definitely working very hard. All right, Max kicked butt and got us all the way to the reeds, all the way across. Morris grabbed us in the reeds in his pole. All right, tiny snafu when we were parking the boat once we landed. We were trying to get the ropes tied. Max was leaning over the boat. I thought I was helping, but I wasn't helping, and he ended up in the water. Table is set. Max has been cooking both ribeye steaks and moose steaks, and everything looks really delicious. And yet again, I'm being fed amazing meals and treated so well. What a great way to have a birthday. Really, really grateful.
They're off. It's a bit heavy. We've got a cow on the front to lasso slowly. It's all too heavy, but there we go. And I hope they don't break it, because I needed to get up and down the hill with all my food and things. So I'm saying a quiet prayer that they return with the bike intact.
Okay, so when you're behind your head, that's when like your wrist flips kind of.
around.
So you're around on it. That's when I'm behind my head.
But I'm doing it down there rather than above the head.
Well, you kind of have to get the momentum and build it up.
At least you're swinging it.
Okay, at least she's got the swing. She's gonna try to get Bessie here. Hold on one second. Oh my God, I got it. Okay. Moose with babies. Oh my God.
Quick, go after it.
Moose with the babies. Oh God, it sees us. All right, so the boys are taking Christina down one of the mudden trails that we have come to know and love. And it's just not conducive riding that four-wheeler with 4 people on it. So I told them I'd just go for a little bit of a stroll and they can pick me up along the way. And Morris asked that I carry his lasso. So I'm now walking around this remote Swedish island with Morris's lasso. So, been a lovely day. Wanted Christina to enjoy the experience of going four-wheeling with the boys. So I'm doing a nice stroll. It's a little chilly. It feels like it's going to start to rain. It's a little bit gloomy, so I'm hoping that the rain holds off long enough for me to get close to the house. Okay, update. So we saw the mom moose and the 2 baby moose when we were doing the roping. And we decided to take the four-wheeler the opposite direction. And I just ran into a couple walking their dog who warned me about the moose. So I'm really hoping that it's still in the spot where we left it, because I am going to be walking around the other side of where we were lassoing, which should be essentially same distance from where we saw the moose, but on the other side. But if it's moving, I hope it's just hanging out in that yard by the old barn and I can turn up here and not have a close encounter of the moose kind. All right, the moose is still over there in that same field by the barn. So I'm going to turn down this trail instead of that trail. Try to avoid it. I hope it doesn't come anywhere over here.